Good day, everyone out there on the interwebs and the YouTubes. I am Drew with Comics Elite, once again here with
Kyle.
Kyle, not Kevin. Get it right. All right, so it is now post-Christmas, soon to be New Year's, and dare I say, this was one of the best, if not the best week in comic book reading all year.
I had a blast.
Yes,
I had
likewise.
so much fun reading this week.
Yes,
I was like, is all of this in one week? It's jam-packed?
yes, it was jam-packed. It was log-jammed.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So, it was so log jammed that we're adding another category to our top 10, our honorable mentions. It's a first.
Yeah, it's a first.
I had so many. I had like 10 more that could have been in my top 10, but they just plop, 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 just plopped out. Every comic I kept reading was much, as Sean would say, much more gooder than the
Very
previous
true.
one. So we're going to have another category in our top 10 this week, which for stuff that's just as good.
Yeah.
But, however, there are still some things that were not so good.
Oh, you could tell.
Yeah.
There was the creme,
Yeah.
creme de
Yeah,
la
the
creme,
yeah,
and then the crap.
crap. Then there was no 50 feet of crap. Then but it's just
Yeah.
yeah. But there wasn't that much bad crap. Wasn't that much, thankfully.
Well, for you. It looks like.
Yeah. Well, this and yeah, this is my mess, and that's
Okay.
skip it. Yeah, the good outweighed the bad this week.
I
So,
agree.
let's not bury the lead. Let's get right to it with the mez. Naturally, if we have the same ones, we'll talk about them at the same time for the sake of time.
Yeah.
So, first one I've got is Wastelanders Starlord #1.
That's a meh for you?
That was a meh.
Okay. I have Batman Detective Comics 1046.
Okay, actually, you know what? That was a meh for me as well. Or what? Yes, it was. There it is, right there. I got it. Yep. So, Fear State. Oh my God. Remember Fear State?
Kind of.
Yeah, it was like what ended like what 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
It was okay. It's just the problem is this event ended a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm kind of done. It's like,
yeah,
okay.
there's no need to trudge this crap back up again.
No.
No, and the story, I mean, it's more or less an introduction to Chase Meridian, or reintroduction to Chase Meridian at this point from Batman Forever.
Yeah.
And she's going to be heading up the new Arkham home for the
Tower.
Arkham Tower home for the mentally troubled.
Yeah.
Yeah, which would be interesting. And Batman's living Gotham, and
For reasons.
for reasons, yeah.
And he's barely
But
in this
which
book.
we do find out in Batman 118, which came out 2 months ago, a month ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
This is the release schedule of this stuff is bad. It is.
It's bad.
It is bad. This should have came out months ago.
Well, because it makes
Yeah.
me think, like, am I an idiot? Like, am I crazy? Or has this already happened? It's
Not crazy.
not crazy. So,
Yeah.
I'm just like, who cares?
You know, one thing I do have to give props to Miracle Tamaki about with this. She made it through the whole comic without mentioning Batwoman being a lesbian at all. She was just a hero.
Weird.
Batwoman was just a person. I was waiting for it the whole time. I'm like, wait. It didn't happen.
It didn't
That was
need to.
amazing. Yeah. it's
Imagine
great.
that.
Yeah, because
You
every
could
other hack writer does it, and it's like, hey, congrats. Thank you, Mariko Tamaki. You're not a hack. And the backup was all right, too.
Back was all right.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, like this, it's like, kind of like linking it to like the fall of House of Usher, but it's the fall of the House of Arkham.
it's
Or
fine.
tried to. Attempted.
I
Attempted.
tried.
Yeah, it's
It's a man. It's a man.
Yeah.
This week,
Next up, what you got?
I have, for a man, I have Planet Comic
Likewise.
number 4.
Yes. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Yeah.
Last week, I really liked, like, Barbarella.
Yeah.
I like the humor, the tongue-in-cheek. This is kind of that, but more serious. It doesn't have a lot
fun.
of the tongue-in-cheek and
Yeah.
funness, which is why it's a meh, because, let's face it, it's like, come on. It's a hot chick tasked with having to save planets and outer space and spacecraft, and it's like, we know what this is, guys. Come on.
So, yeah, there's 3 stories in here.
Yeah.
To me, the second one was the best one, the War to End All Wars.
Yes.
I think that was the best one. But yeah, the stories are not bad. But like I said, the main one, it's a Barbarella Deathoris knockoff. It's
But it just didn't have the fun.
No.
It didn't have the lightheartedness, like, because she's saying really stupid things, but it's like, wait, is that serious? Because everyone's around her is acting like it's serious. So to me, it just kind of missed that fun.
yes.
It was a meh, but it wasn't bad. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Likewise, yes.
So-
I thought too. Yeah.
It's a meh for me.
What's your next meh?
My next meh. Good boy.
Yes, me too. How about that?
Interesting.
3 for 3 on the
Wow.
minutes so far. It wasn't bad.
It's not bad.
It's not great.
No, it's not.
It's okay. I mean, beside the fact that it's pretty much a beat for beat from John Wick, which I don't want to say it's a problem. It's not, but
It's kind of a problem.
But
because it's I had it in my notes. It is exactly like John Wick, which I love John Wick, but if you're going to do a kind of retelling, reimagining, can you change it up a little bit? I mean, it's literally shot for shot.
you see, the one my one beef with this is the animals and humans interact with one another.
Right.
I was assumed to believe before issue 1 came out, there was going to be, the human world,
Yes.
then there's going to be a subculture of animals talking to each other,
Right.
the humans have no clue about.
Yes.
But no, they all interact with one another, which makes it even weirder. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I like the art. I don't love the art, and at some points in this comic, I was like, "Wait, what just happened?"
Yes.
Like some people show up. I'm like, "Wait, who is showing up at what point, and who is good and bad?" And I don't really know what's going on. So it was kind of giving me a little confused as to what's going on.
Yeah.
You figure it out, but it's just. Tell a different. It's like do a different story. Like don't make it beat for beat because I know exactly what's gonna happen.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Like it's almost the dialogue is exactly the same as the movie too, and I'm like,
It's like I know exactly who this character is from the movie, who that one is, who that one is, who that one is. Like
because you're saying the same lines. So I don't know what, but I still like it.
Yeah.
It's still fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a meh. This week. It's a meh.
All right. What you got next?
I have Grimm Fairy Tales.
Oh, I did not read that one.
55.
Okay.
Quickly.
And I've got Wastelanders Starlord number 1.
Okay. Good. Go ahead with Starlord.
This one was not bad. It was better than the Old Man Logan one.
Yes.
I'll give it that. Yeah, this one at least I did not see the villain coming for this one. I was like where is this story going? Because I mean, if you read the Starlord, Old Man Starlord one, you find out all of the Guardians were already dead. Spoiler alert! 5-year spoiler alert for how long ago they came out. They never came to get him. It was him dealing with his grief, going back to get more or less revenge on what happened. And this, he goes to go pay his final respects to his girlfriend and the X-Men, and things don't go exactly according to plan. But it's not bad. I kind of like I like the villain they use in this. He's a good X-Men villain, and it was great to see him again. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't read the first.
Oh, Grimm Fairy Tales.
Yeah,
55.
Grimm Fairy Tale 55. I haven't read issues 1 through 54. So I'm assuming I'm supposed to know what's going on with this book.
Little behind.
But I don't. But the art is actually really good in this book. The art's probably better than it should be. I really like the interior art in this, and that alone, I'm giving it a meh. The story, I really didn't know what was going on, but assuming I didn't read, the first
your one job
issues. I know, but this was a meh. The art is actually really good, so I give it a meh.
All right, what you got next?
Apache Delivery Service #1.
A meh.
Yeah.
A meh.
Yeah.
Okay, I got Vengeance of Vampirella 25.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Really? Now explain yourself about Apache Delivery Service.
Pacing is all wrong in this book.
Really? You thought the pacing was
is 100% wrong.
Really? This one?
They start out wrong in this book. They start it incorrectly, I think. To tell a more serious, like cohesive story, you start with him behind enemy lines, doing a mission, completing said mission, and then you get the flashback. Like you set up the character first, I think, but it's like you have flashbacks with him and his dad. Goes now to Vietnam, flashback again, and then he's caught by somebody, and it's like, oh, okay. But it was like, well, what's going on? So I feel like you set up the character a little more,
Mm-hmm.
make him a badass, have him struggle a little bit, have him come back, and then it's like, oh, okay, this is the backstory for him, and then whatever happens. But I thought it was a pretty good story.
Okay.
I thought it was good.
So looks like I may somewhat disagree with you, and we may talk about this one a little bit later.
Okay,
So
good.
Vampirella. Adventures of Vampirella. This one, another one, was not bad.
Lucio Carrillo.
What's that?
It's a good cover.
Yeah, by Lucio Palillo.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I notes? I read so much this week. Damn it, where
Both. There was like 30 some odd books.
30 some odd books this week. I'm trying to. It picks up in the future, and there's a maniac in the machine trying to kill her and her friends at the end. It's a very strange story. I have no clue what the hell's going on here.
I didn't know.
What once did make sense in this series is kind of ceased to make sense. Which is why I'm just, you know what? I think I'm just going to stick to Christopher Priest's story because that makes sense. I understand that.
I agree.
And this one is just crazy town.
It was crazy. I lost interest.
Yeah. Well, Lucio did a great cover.
He did.
Yes, he did.
Those are my meds.
Those are your meds? I got two more meds.
Okay.
I got Rise of Dracula.
Oh, I didn't read that.
Number 1. Meh. Another one. It's okay.
A lot of vampires this week.
There were a lot of vampires this week, and this is one where the vampires take over the earth, and they're concerned about propaganda. This is almost this whole issue is about them being concerned about propaganda, and
they took over the world, so what does it matter?
Yeah, exactly. And what unfolds feels very unlikely, and the best part isn't until the very end on the last page. And that should have been this group they showed the very last page should have been the focus of the whole issue, and us seeing them assemble. But there's a good story here, but it's executed poorly. It's why it's a mess.
Okay,
I'm going easy on them.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Good.
Blood on Sunset, number 1.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, this is one I thought it was all right. It was not great. So the story incorporates the murder of Bugsy Siegel.
Yes.
But then they incorporate other characters that don't exist, which is very strange. It's like, they don't, and which is very strange. When you incorporate someone like Bugsy Siegel, I would hope that you would at least get more creative and like incorporate characters around him, who did exist, and give him like a little.
Well, they do bring up one character that does exist in real life.
Yeah, one, but then somehow it involves vampires, and it's strange, and the reveal is very juxtaposed at the end, which doesn't work for me. It is a very odd and very strange story that just didn't work. Okay.
All right. Save my thoughts for that later.
Okay. On to the Skippets.
Yes.
There we go.
Please.
Thankfully, I don't have that many.
Oh.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
More than that. Okay.
All right. I've got Aquaman, Deep Target, number 3 of 7.
That's in here somewhere.
That's in there?
List it was. Should be. I don't know where I put it, but it's definitely in
okay. That's definitely in there. All right. Aquaman, Deep Target, number 3 of 7. This was a very fun and silly concept that they just completely overcomplicated in the story. So Justice League Unlimited years ago, they did an episode called The Great Brain Robbery with Flash and Lex Luthor, where they swap brains, and it was great. It was hysterical.
Yeah.
But this one, they've just made it too difficult and messy with time travel. There's a business, and there's an alien nations and worlds from those alien. It's too much. It's too crazy town for what a simple, silly concept should be right here.
Yeah, because this is the first one I picked up. I didn't read the first two.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Okay. Issue 1 was fun.
It seemed like it should have been fun, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, I should be having fun with this. But for whatever reason, I am struggling trying to get through this.
Yes.
Granted, it was one of the last ones I read, be that as it may. After a solid week, I was just like, why am I having fun with this book? I didn't really like it. So yeah, I completely agree. I didn't have fun with it at all.
No.
So, good on you.
All right.
Good.
Great.
Wonderful.
Love the idea. All right, what you got? What you got?
Oh God, I have instruction for making a proper offering to forgotten gods.
I concur. That's another one of my skip its.
God. All right. The writer and everybody of this is what, Polish or something? They're not American. And clearly they don't understand American comedy, English language, dialogue, or anything that goes along with how America views things. And this is blatantly obvious because this book, oh God, it is so cringe. Like the jokes are not funny at all.
So I'm trying to know what this was about. So what I assumed, like, kids who run a city, but as horribly and predictably as kids would.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's why I thought kids are running the city. And there's monsters.
I guess. And I thought our main character, I thought it was kind of like a Witcher thing where this hero comes in and he saves the day from whatever monster of the week there's going to be.
Nope.
No.
That's not in this at all.
That's not what I got. I'm like, I thought this is what this was.
Yeah.
And it's not. And the dialogue's awful.
Yes, it is.
And
absolutely.
the jokes are terrible.
Yes.
And clearly these people don't understand English. So I had a hard time reading this.
Yes.
It's not fun.
Makes it a skip it.
Yes. Skip it.
All right, what you got next?
I have the Winchester Mystery House.
Yes, I do too. Unfortunately,
I'm shocked.
the greatest series in the history of mankind.
Apparently, to
Finally.
you, this is.
I
God,
don't want to say I've given up, but this issue was incredibly boring. This was. I really tried to read this and enjoy this, but this issue was so damn boring. I couldn't care less about what happens in here. I couldn't.
I've been trying to tell you that this whole time.
Issues 1 and 2 were fast-paced, exciting, thrilling, scary, and like I want to know what happened next. This one, it just hit the brakes hard, and like, what is going on here? I could not care less.
You get this Home Alone, David Blaine, trapdoor bullshit. It's like, what? What? She has a ghost army she uses to fight people? I'm like, okay, I already hated this, and I hate it even more. Like, this is just beyond dumb. I can't do this anymore. Yeah, I'm done with this series.
I'm too tired.
Way too tired. Yikes.
I'm gonna do Aquaman the Becoming.
Oh, yes. The Coming. Oh,
Becoming.
Becoming.
Aquaman the Becoming.
Yes.
Number 4. I had to stop reading this comic
Yeah, I did
halfway through. It was so bad.
It's not for me.
No.
Clearly. For reasons.
So family squabbles can be interesting. They can be interesting
Yeah.
when the characters are rich and dynamic and have deeply different motivations.
Yeah.
Case in point, Yellowstone. Great show. With this family in this comic, there really is no difference. They're all interchangeable with one another. They're all immature, unlikable jackasses.
All of them, like, that's somebody's mom?
Yeah.
Like, she talks like that? And I'm like, who wrote this? Like, why is this dialogue so awful? Like, everybody's a 15-year-old Twitter speak person.
And he is supposed to be the new Aquaman. Our hero, ladies and gentlemen. Like Mitchell. Our hero, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like any of the family school. I'm like, I can get this at home.
Yeah,
God,
I know.
I don't need this in a comic.
No.
Every panel, somebody yelling at somebody.
Yeah.
We're more oppressed than you are.
Okay. All right, next up for me, I've got Teen Titans Academy 10.
What?
Oh, man.
Yikes.
Yeah. This comic legit made me mad. Not often that, a comic makes me mad. This comic made me mad.
Oh?
So, what makes me mad about this is that you have important and smart legacy characters in here
You do.
making stupid decisions
Yep.
and listening to the newer, stunning, and brave character who have the bestest ideas and know better than them.
Yeah, I said that literally. The same thing I wrote down. I'm like, I really love when they have a they, them, non-binary piece of shit interrupt important characters and say, you're wrong, and I think I know what's best.
It's a non-binary rag.
Yes.
It's a rag.
Literally.
Yes.
It's a rag.
Just think about that for a minute.
Yeah. And then comes in and says, everybody's an idiot but me.
Yes.
And I have all the answers. And then when they're like, you're right, she's like, wait, what? They are like, oh my God, I'm right. Of course I'm right, because duh.
It's right up there with having like a rock for a pilot. Oh wait.
Oh,
That didn't that happen?
I think so.
Yeah, maybe.
Somewhere.
So yeah, screw this comic and screw Tim Sheridan. He's probably the worst writer at DC Comics right now.
Saying a lot.
Yes, it is.
Tom Taylor's at DC Comics.
But he's doing a halfway decent job, you know. He's not going out of his way to write a bad comic like Tim Sheridan is. Two
With Superman
two bad comics.
Okay.
That's one. He's got the
true.
daily double with this and Shazam.
That's true.
Yeah.
Christopher Camp. Okay.
Okay, Christopher can't write well.
Yeah.
And that's with Marvel. That's different.
That's
story.
true.
Woo! All right, last one for me. I've got. We were talking about Target.
Okay.
That's it
All
for
right.
me. I'm fresh out.
Justice League.
Really? That was a skip it?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
No.
This is awful. This was terrible. I wrote down, this is what happens if you have a robot try to come up with dialogue. It is so stilted and horrible the way people talk in this book. Oh my God. How are you doing today? I am doing fine. You are so wonderful. Aren't you great? Yes, I am. That is how every panel of that is how every bubble I was reading it. I'm like, this is so stilted and terrible. And it's the Royal Flush Gang's stealing
What they do is a classic Silver Age villain thing to do, and I appreciated that.
Terrible.
I appreciate Bendis doing that.
Terrible.
If you appreciate the Silver Age, Justice League Silver Age, and their shenanigans and hijinks, you'll appreciate what they do in this. I kind of did. It's silly and fun. It's lighthearted fun. It's fun.
Keep it in the Silver Age. It belongs back when
Bendis
they were
is
playing
trying to have
baseball
fun. I
together.
appreciate him trying to have fun in this.
The dialogue is awful.
I'll talk about this book later. Trust me.
Wow.
Stay calm about Justice League. Right. Stay calm.
Don't read it.
Cool out.
See, I put Wastelanders Starlord's number 1. I have it as a skip it.
Okay.
We have enough with Old Man Logan. We have enough with Wolverine. I just felt this was just another, not quite cash grab is what you called it the first time, but this is kind of like what that was. I mean, I had more fun with the Wolverine because I like that character more than Starlord. I really don't like Starlord all that much.
But it was a story that did not need to be told.
Well, this didn't need to be because nothing came of it.
This one did. It was him because you may not be probably don't remember he dated Kitty Pryde. They were a couple. So it's him, making more or less making his peace with her, at where everything all started. And
there was more emotional weight with Wolverine. Like, we had more time with that. That story was more fleshed out, and I feel like there was more to be told with that. It just felt, it happened, he's depressed, something happens, and he overcomes it, and it's like, okay, everything's great again.
It's not necessarily great again, but...
It is. He was like, oh, I have a new ship now, I want to call it the Pride. And it's like, okay. Because that's how life works, I guess. I just didn't like it. I wasn't really a fan of it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I have Vengeance of Vampirella 25.
Okay, and I completely understand why you thought it was a skip it.
I didn't have fun with it.
Yeah,
it was too bonkers. Mm-hmm. It was so out there. I got so disinterested. It's already hard enough for me to read Vampirella anyway, and this didn't help. And I was just like, I can't get into this weird story. I get she's a vampire.
Yeah.
But this, it was something else. So, yeah, it was a skip it for me this week. I have Amazing Spiderman.
What? Whoa. Bull and shit. Bull and shit.
I'm surprised it didn't end up in the mad pile for you.
I thoroughly enjoyed that comic, and it got me a little emotional reading that.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
There is actual emotion in other books we're going to get to later that actually have real emotion. And they characterize the spider sense as something, and that's not bad.
It's great what they do with it.
It's cool. But how the comic begins and how it ends, it's just kind of like...
It's great.
This is... I felt... I don't know, I felt dirty.
No,
cheap.
it is...
Felt cheap.
Great beginning, middle, and end. And Patrick Gleason's art is terrific in it.
Art's good, but I didn't care for the story. It just felt cheap. So give me something new. That's it. Wow. I wasn't a fan.
Wow, I
wasn't a fan.
I'll talk about that one later. So I am very curious about what else you have as a skip it now.
Robin number 9.
Oh my!
This is dumb. A Lazarus demon? Get the hell out of here. Get out of here. You can't even defend this book. You can't defend it. It is so dumb and childish and stupid. And there's a part where Damien tries to rally everybody around him, and that whole time I'm like, why isn't that demon just going over to Connor Hawk and then just absorbing him? Which is what he could be doing right now while he's giving his I am Spartacus speech. And it's like, this is really dumb. This is really bad. And then it turns into Back to the Future at the end, and I can't do it. And I've been hot and cold with this anyway. It's been one of those, it's been up and down for me. This, I didn't have fun. I thought it was really dumb. Lazarus Demon.
Don't worry, people. I'll talk about it later about how much cooler I thought it was than Kyle, and how great it is. Yes.
All right, last one. Action Comics 1038.
What the what? Were you in a pissed off mood when you read these? What the hell, man?
There is so much good stuff. This just didn't. This doesn't work. This War World stuff and him and his white guilt. I can't. He has a chance to get out and actually save everybody at one point and doesn't because he has so much white guilt. He's like, I can't do it. I have to suffer.
It's not white guilt, Kyle.
I have to suffer for my sins.
It's not.
And it's like, not. I need to stay in here. It's like, but you can leave and help everybody. No, I can't. No. I'm going to stay here and suffer because I need to suffer. I can't just, do Superman things and this.
It is not that at all.
It is.
No, it's not.
Terrible.
No.
Terrible. This week, skip it.
Wow. We're done?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Good.
Okay.
So that's it for the Skip It's a Mess, people. Woo. What'd you think? Is Kyle very wrong? Am I very right?
No.
Am I a little bit more right than Kyle? Please let us know in the comments, guys. We love reading them. They're pretty, some of them are pretty in-depth. But, yeah, interesting. Quite the reads.
Hey, I like sparking a little bit of, flicking the jab a little bit.
Yeah. So please, guys, please do remember to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. It's down there somewhere, usually. Coming up on 5,000 subs. Getting up here to the end of the year. It would be so great if we crossed 5,000 here at the end of the year.
Awesome. Huge giveaway.
Yes, huge giveaway, guys, at 5,000. Talk to Sean. We're going to do a huge giveaway at 5,000. And on top of that, right before the end of the year, Born of Blood is closing out here in 71 hours. 71 hours. The final countdown. 976 backers. $66,926.
Wow.
And we still have, so we got two cover reveals coming up. We're going to reveal one here now. Matthias is going to be helping us out revealing them. It is the Mike Chrome exclusive cover. There's a naughty and nice edition for this. It is stunning, brave, gorgeous. Is fantastic. I think you've seen it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's nice.
It is very nice.
It's nice.
And it should be going up sometime tonight. And on top of that, we got another cover coming out soon as well. I'm not going to drop the name of who it is, but it's a big name.
It's a name.
It's a name, and it's a pretty hot cover, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is. That's going to be coming out tonight, and maybe some sketches, and maybe some sketch opportunities.
Oh.
Yeah, some sketches involved in our final several hours, guys. So please, do not miss out on this. Big stuff coming up here in the next 71 hours. Huge stuff. Or did I say 71?
You did.
Okay. 71 hours, yes.
Okay.
So please check out Born of Blood and Kickstarter, guys. I appreciate it. And stay tuned because up next we got our top 10, as well as our honorable mentions. Back Born of Blood.
My name is Giaris. I am the daughter of Cleomenes, king of Sparta. This is the first chapter in the story of my life. Be warned, this isn't a story for the faint of heart. Unlike most in your time, nothing was handed to me. My life was one forged with pain, punishment, and countless battles. When you read my story, you will see I truly was born of blood. Color this holiday season red with Born of Blood. Only on Kickstarter.